We often think of loss as a closing door. We see it as the end of a chapter, a painful stop to our progress, or a thief that steals our security. When something we love is taken away, it feels as though the world has grown smaller, darker, and more uncertain. But what if loss is actually a redirection? What if life isn't taking things away to leave you empty, but rather clearing a path for something you could never have imagined? Sometimes, the very thing we grieve losing was the only thing standing in the way of where we were truly meant to go. Once, in a quiet land of rolling hills and ancient stone, there was a small bird who found what she believed was her forever home. High up, tucked into a small, moss-covered crevice of an old stone bridge, she built her sanctuary. It was a perfect spot, shielded from the harsh northern winds and hidden from the eyes of predators. She spent weeks in a labor of love, flying back and forth, gathering the softest moss, the strongest golden straw, and delicate feathers she found near the riverbank. She wove them together with meticulous care until her nest was soft, warm, and secure. She felt safe. She believed that as long as she had this small corner of stone, she would never need anything else. She spent her days watching the water ripple below, content in her small, predictable world. But life is rarely static, and safety is often an illusion we build to keep from flying. One evening, the sky turned a bruised purple. A great storm arrived, unlike any the valley had seen in years. The wind howled through the arches of the bridge, and the peaceful stream below turned into a roaring, violent torrent of gray water. In an instant, the rising flood reached the crevice. With one powerful surge, her beautiful nest, her weeks of work, and her only source of comfort was swept away. The bird was cast out into the freezing rain, clinging to a high, leafless branch of a willow tree, soaked and shivering. The next morning, the sun rose over a world that looked the same to everyone else, but for her, everything had changed. She was left with nothing, no home, no warmth, and no sense of who she was without her nest. In the silence of the aftermath, she cried out to the empty air, "Why me? I worked so hard. I was careful. I was kind. Why did life take away the only thing that made me feel safe?" For days she wandered. Her wings felt heavy, and her spirit felt even heavier. She was exhausted and hungry, landing on various branches, but every spot felt wrong. She kept returning to the bridge, looking at the empty, wet stone where her home used to be. She was obsessed with what she had lost, unable to see anything else. She almost gave up, ready to tuck her head under her wing and let the cold take her. But a small, persistent voice deep within her whispered, "Keep flying. There is more to the world than one stone bridge. Do not stop in the place where your heart was broken." So, with the last of her strength, she turned her back on the bridge. She flew higher than she ever had before, pushed by a wind she finally decided to trust. She flew over jagged mountain ridges and through thick mists that tested her resolve. Eventually, the air began to change. It grew warm and smelled of wildflowers. The mist cleared, revealing a hidden valley she never knew existed. It was a paradise of ancient, sturdy oaks and fruit trees heavy with sweetness. There were no rising floods here, only the constant warmth of the sun and the harmony of 1,000 other birds. She began to build again, but this time she was different. She was stronger. She chose a high, thick branch of a magnificent oak that stood firm against any wind. She used her experience to build a nest that was sturdier and more beautiful than the first. As she sat in her new home, looking out over the vast golden valley, she realized a profound truth. If the storm had never taken her nest under the bridge, she would have spent her entire life in a dark, damp corner of stone. She would have been safe, but she would have been small. She would have never seen the mountains. She would have never tasted the fruit of this valley. She would have never known what she was truly capable of. Your life is no different. We all build nests in our jobs, our relationships, our habits, and our identities. We feel safe in them, even when they have grown too small for us. But then the bell is rung, or the storm arrives. Something breaks, someone leaves, a door is locked. In those moments of deep pain, do not be afraid. The shaking you feel isn't your world falling apart. It's the walls of your comfort zone breaking down so you can finally see the horizon. Loss is not the end of your story. It is the catalyst for your evolution. Keep flying. Keep searching. Do not settle for the memory of an old nest when a whole valley is waiting for you. Your next chapter isn't just a new beginning. It is the start of the life you were always meant to live.